Squaw, squaw. What's good? You in the hoodie? It's been a long time since I found you. Don't worry about your boy shirt. Don't worry about your boy shirt. I work hard. It's been a minute, guys. Figure I'd get on here for no real reason besides just getting on. Oh, I think I hear the queen. Yo, yo. Yeah? I'm gonna let my peoples get in here. If I have any more peoples left. They're like, fuck you, Kilo. Yeah. Okay. Well, whatever. I need some kind of audience. I don't got no peoples. All right. Oh, what up, homies? What's goody? Just another beautiful day. I got things on my mind, in my heart. Get all emotional in my heart. I got 3 peoples on here. I got 1 like. All right, what's goody? What's up? Make sure y'all say something so I know who's in. Okay, okay, Christina. What's Gucci? All right, how do I fix this? Pin, report, remove. How do you do the chat thing, a live chat? Remember, is that even a thing anymore, or? We gotta get on here real quick, guys. It's a beautiful day. A lot's been going on. Good old world. Life's been lifing, you know. Sucking stomach. Just kidding, man. How's everybody doing? How's everybody's day so far? I hope it's been good. The world's been different to me, guys. I appreciate y'all if y'all on here. If I'm just talking to myself, then whatever. Maybe that's what I need to do, you know. But a lot's been going on in my life, and things are different. The world is different now. You know, this thing called life is a beautiful thing. You know, I have this saying that I say, you could have no stress and no life. You know, you could have no stress and be dead, or you could have life and be full of stress. Like, which would you choose? You know, and I choose life full of stress. So it's like I'm not worried about whatever's gonna come my way, because whatever's gonna come my way, I'm gonna defeat it. I'm living life. Like, it doesn't matter. You know, the opposite of life is death, and death is a weird thing, right? You know, people are losing people every day, and your heart goes out for them. You know, but when it doesn't really impact you, you know, it's like you don't understand it. You know what I'm saying? Like, or you don't feel it. Let's say. Now the world is different because yeah. What up, Tanya D? What up, Christina? Sorry, I wasn't talking to everybody. I don't know if I could do that anymore, baby. If you want to help me real quick, welcome to live chat.
Hi guys. I don't know. I don't know if you could do that.
I'm up and down, Tanya.
Anyway, you could see. You could see.
I'm up and down, Tanya. You know what I'm saying? Like, just like I said, just I don't know. Like, this thing called death is part of life, you know, and I understand that, you know. And when it doesn't impact your inner circle, you can handle it well. You know what I'm saying? You could take it on the chin and keep moving, you know. But you really start thinking about your immortality more and more when it hits that inner circle. And 2 years ago, I laid to rest my grandmother. And to me, she was the outskirts. You know what I'm saying? She was the outskirts of the inner circle. And it hit me, you know what I'm saying? That's my grandma, you know what I'm saying? On my mom's side, you know? But this year, I experienced this total loss, man, you know, of losing my brother, you know? And he passed away on April. But it's like I can't stop myself from thinking about all the years that we had together. You know, from being kids, you know, to even adults. You know, and as I get into the adult years, you have the more regrets because as the kids you were together. But as the adults, you know, we're all trying to be men. You know, we're all finding our own way. You know what I'm saying? And we're not as connected. You know, so there's like this weird feeling now in this thing called life. Like something's missing. You know, and it's I don't know. It makes you reflect. It makes you think more. It makes you really appreciative every day of when you wake up. Just to have this thing called life. You know. What up, Momo? I see you. What's Gucci? What's up? What's up, Yvonne? Yvonne. What up, Maria? Just going through some things, man. You know, growing. You know, I'm just forever growing, forever changing. And I'm trying to adapt into this new world with my brother not in it. And it's just so weird, man. It's so weird because you never think that's part of your plan. You know what I'm saying? Like when I lost my grandmother, she was the outskirts of the inner circle. But losing your brother is like part of your main link. Like I literally knew my brother his whole life. Like literally. You know what I'm saying? That shit is crazy. So it's like I'm going through this. What up, Euro? I see you from Russia. Let's go. Oh, I like that. That boy international and shit. Let's go. Thank you, Christina. You lost your brother 10 years ago, and it's still exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like, see them. Like, I can't stop myself from thinking about. Like, you know how, like, as you get older, you start forgetting all your memories as a kid. Like when you try to think of yourself as 5 years old, 3 years old, it's like you can't even. Your brain don't even work at that point. You know what I'm saying? But it's like all of a sudden now, you know, losing my brother and like missing him, I'm remembering all these different memories that I didn't remember before. You know what I'm saying? And it hurts, but as much as it hurts to remember, oh man, it's just so beautiful. You know what I'm saying? It's like you smell them almost. You know, you're like you remember their you know their way the way they move, their cadences. You know what I'm saying? Like their vocals. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it brings you back. It's like it's crazy. And it's like you're always borderline emotional. It's crazy. It's like no matter what, you know. I got the new job. I'm doing my bakery thing, and they play a lot of songs of the '80s, and it's like you're like, damn, brings you back to a time when they were with you and shit. What up, Chris? I appreciate you. You're a rare looking specimen. I like that. I like that. I'm gonna co-sign that one. But you can only be you, man. You know what I'm saying? Like me, you already know. I'll be doing my whole. I'm always thinking about being better, and you know, when something like this hits you, and it's so close to your family, like, you know, it's in your inner circle with this death thing. You know, it does make you think about your inward side, and it does make you think about your life a little more different, maybe a little bit more serious. You know, and this thing is fragile, man. Like in a split second, blink of an eye, you know, everything can change. You know what I'm saying? From things being so great and beautiful and honorable to things being a nightmare. You know what I'm saying? And it's funny how this thing called life, it throws at you some crazy shit, man. And sometimes you could trick yourself to think that you can't come back from it, you know? But what I'm learning is life is just this one lesson that we're trying to learn, or whatever that means is what it means. You know what I'm saying? But it's like you're just always thinking about, you know, what am I here for? You know, what is my purpose? You know, what am I trying to leave behind? Like in 1,000 years, what I do now is it gonna matter? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's the significance of my own individual life? You know? And I think when you get caught up in the politics of what this life means, and you can become so irrelevant so fast that you think unnecessary. You know, and in losing my brother, it made me realize that everybody's life is special. It's beautiful. You know, like we're the ones that bring the darkness to the light. You know what I'm saying? It's us. So we don't want to be happy about something that we're doing or a body part or our status, our financials. You know what I'm saying? It's like at the end of the day, all that shit don't even matter. The only thing that matters is what you're doing to provide life in you. You know? So I want to thank my brother. Like he just making me see life a little bit more serious in a sense. Like I understand. I understand it's about relationships. I understand it's about forgiveness, you know? Yvonne said my dad was 40 years old when he passed. I can imagine, man. Yours was 33. You know what I'm saying? That's what I mean. Like, loss is like, I think the worst part about death is that it's so final. You know? It's so final. And it don't care about you and your individual feelings. Like I remember like going to the hospital and seeing my brother and trying to have hope. You know, that there's a miracle somewhere. You know, and you gas yourself up. You're like, man, he needs to hear my voice. And you try to make yourself feel a little more special and shit. Like it's you, you know, like you're the one that can make all the changes happen in the world. And sometimes life don't care, man. It don't care what you think. It don't care about what your ideas are. It don't care what you got going on, whether it's a good time or not. You know what I mean? But like I said, man, it's either I choose life, man. You know? And in me choosing life, that means my brother lives on too. You know, so I mean I'm trying to be inspired. I'm trying to be inspired because the more I can accomplish, the more I can do, you know, that keeps his memory alive a little bit longer. You know what I'm saying? That keeps that connection, that bond. You know, like what you did and what you've done isn't for nothing, you know. So my heart goes out to anybody that's also going through the same thing. Like I said, like you don't ever get over it. You always are constantly reminded. You know, like I said, I hear 80s songs, I hear freestyle music, constantly reminded, like, oh man, that was a time my brother was still alive. You know, and you never think you're. I don't know how to explain it. It's like your reality is like you never think like nothing bad can happen to you. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm not the only person that feels like that. You always just feel like nothing bad can happen to you. You know? So when something does, it's like, whoa, okay, I'm not untouchable. You know, I am just a mere mortal. You know, I only got my 120 years. What I'm gonna do with these 120 years, man? I'm trying to live life to the best of it, man. I'm trying to enjoy every piece of it. You know, I ain't trying to be sad. I ain't trying to be miserable. I ain't trying to be anxious. I'm not trying to be nothing. You know what I'm saying? Besides happy of what my 120 gives me. You know? So I don't want to get all soppy here neither, but I want to just encourage everybody. You know, if you have brothers or sisters or your mom, your dad, or, you know, open that door. You know what I'm saying? Open that door. Let them in. There's a lot going on in the Lopez world. Let's say my own mental. There's a lot of things that I'm battling right now. But I think the best part about living this life thing is that people ain't supposed to know that you got any problems. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter about my problems. Like I don't want to inspire you because of my problems. I want to inspire you because of the way I handle my problems. I want to inspire people by the way that I stay on my 10 toes no matter what. I want to inspire people by staying in the light even though that I live in a world of darkness. You know what I'm saying? It's like if you ain't doing enough for your for your fellow man, then you're not truly living life. You know what I'm saying? Because when you allow these four walls to become your only reality, those four walls will automatically every time start speaking madness to you. It's really getting out there and spreading love and joy and your energy, your excitement, your dreams, and no matter how stupid they may seem, bro. Your energy is forever inspiring. Your energy will be forever growing, and I think that's what we need to focus on. That's what we need to harness. Is that love. We don't spread that a little more. Everybody's guarded now. Everybody want to protect their love, and everybody's about the bag. You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm here to tell you right now, fuck that bag. All money ain't good money. Money don't bring happiness. It really don't. Selling your soul don't mean that you're gonna, you know what I'm saying? There's a guaranteed a comfortable life. Life is about pain. Life is about dealing with anxieties, dealing with mental abilities. You know what I'm saying? Like life is about dealing with the stress. Like, once again, you either be dead with no stress or alive full of stress. So, bro, choose stress. Choose stress all day. What up, Kayla? I see you. I know, right? Kilo live. I'm like, babe, I just feel like talking. I don't know what it is. You know what I'm saying? Because like going live is like you take on a lot of responsibility, and sometimes you don't know, like, who the fuck am I? What am I gonna talk about? Like, I ain't special. Let me not pretend. You know what I mean? And it takes so much energy to. But once again, like, from losing my brother, it's like the world is different, and it really is about what we doing. Like, how we gonna manage this together. Because if we want to, we can all sit down here and be talking and be crying and shit and talk about how life ain't worth it. Like, we could easily trick ourselves to believe that life was supposed to owe us total happiness and a comfortable and cushioned and protective and all that shit. But that's not real life. That's pretend. That's bullshit. That's cap. Life is finding beauty in the misery, finding the perfection in the imperfection, finding the joy in the pain. The best lessons that really teach you are the ones that hurt you the most. You know what I'm saying? And then we all want just this comfortable life, like we're owed that. We're not. And when you lose somebody so close to you, that's a constant reminder. It's not about what's comfortable to you. It doesn't matter if it's a good time for you. Oh, this is a good time for you? Life don't care if it's a good time for you. Life don't care if you got all your shit in order. Life don't care if you got your shit saved up. You know what I'm saying? But the individual is supposed to make the beauty of the life. And that's where I want to get to. That's where I feel like I need to be. Like I said, I can't stop thinking about my baby brother right now. It's crazy. Right, and it's like when I think about us being young, I'm getting all these new memories. You know what I'm saying? Like, wow, bro. Like, I don't got no favorites with my brothers. I love my whole family. But when I really start thinking about it, man, me and Sue was like we was kind of both the same. We were both thinking we were tough. We were both always trying to do crazy shit. We both would protect the other brother. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's my man. Like, and we grew up in a different time. You didn't have social media. You didn't rely just on your friends. When you was home, you had to rely on the people that was at your house. And it's like me and my brother went through everything, man. We did everything. Like, I wouldn't be the man I am today if it wasn't for like the upbringing with my brother. And he was like the big little brother. And I wanted to be the big brother. And I had to show him about the little brother, like the the little big brother that, bro, chill, I'm the big brother. So like when we would play games, it would always get crazy. I remember doing kung fu with him. I remember doing boxing with him. And some days I would have him. Some days he would have me. You know what I'm saying? It's like, You know, we taught each other, like, we prepared each other how it was to be men. You know, and it was dope because too, it was like, we didn't have free range, so we wasn't just out there. With the knuckleheads down the street. Like my mom and dad didn't do that shit. So when we was training with each other, it was like when we dealt with other people, it was like, wow, we're so dominant, like, and all we know is each other. But it's like, how does what we know affecting them? You know what I'm saying? So it's dope.
You did it?
Yeah.
Like,
Kayla got tears. Needed to hear this. I appreciate you,
you did it by
Kayla.
yourself?
No.
Oh, who did it?
Shit hurts, man. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. This shit hurts so bad. All I do is think about my brother,
I'm about to fix my moped today.
but it doesn't. But thinking of him doesn't take away from my energy. It actually encourages me and brings me up, like remembering, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is what life's about. Life's serious. Take it serious. Be serious. You know, fuck around, have a good time. You know what I'm saying? But your life is serious. You know, so when you smile, mean that shit. If you're upset, mean that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, say what you mean what you say, type of thing. You know what I mean? Like,
Kayla's really excited to live live right now, baby.
that's my homie, man.
She said, no way, Kilo's live right now.
Mhm. I needed this, man. I needed this for me. I went live for a selfish reason, guys. And I apologize. I wanted to share what was on my mind. But really, it was just my mind, you know? Death wakes you up. This is what Tara's saying. Death wakes you up. Too many people wasting life on the wrong shit. Chasing money, material things won't make you happy. We think we need more when we would be happy with less. That's a great point. And, you know, and I think about that all the time. Like, why do we struggle? Why do we have less? And I think God knows well. God knows that if you had more, that you would just destroy yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because with less, we already, you know what I'm saying? With less, we're already doing a lot. You know what I'm saying? So imagine now if you have a lot of bad habits with less, and all of a sudden you're granted with more, we will all end up in a casket. You know? Life's a constant lesson, man. Life's a constant lesson. And I don't know, man. Losing my brother just put everything in perspective. It's like, okay, hold on, chill. Because, you know, you always got that one brother. You know, it starts off with you having that one brother that you're always worried about. And then you become an adult. And then you got that one kid that you worry about. And then you realize that one kid is basically your brother. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, when you spend all these years worrying, like, man, I just hope my brother gets his shit right. You know what I'm saying? Not that he was fucking up like that, but still, you know what I'm saying? It's like you just worry. You just know, you like, your heart tells you, like, you know what I'm saying? Something's not sitting well. So to finally get that phone call, and it was like, that's just crazy. That reality, that dealing with it is like, wow. And it took a lot. Like, even with the funeral, you know, like, to prepare for the funeral and everything, it just becomes more and more real. I remember making all the shirts, and it's like, at first it's like celebration, like, all right, I'm doing this for my brother, I feel good, this shit's gonna be awesome, we're gonna be connected. And I'm putting his face on the shirt, and it's like by the 20th shirt, they're like, damn, that's my brother on the shirt. And that's when life just changes. That's when life just changes real fast. Like, whoa, wait a minute, time out. Like, this is real. And the funny thing about life is like once again, it don't care what you got going on. Guess what? You still gotta live life. You still gotta do this. You still gotta do that. Thank you, baby. Give me a second. Like I said, man, I always choose life, though, man. I got a lot of living to do now. It's like I gotta do extra. Sorry, guys. I don't want to be up here all sad like that. I want to be aspiring. Cause, like I said, the hardest part about this life thing is the death part. So the easier we can manage that, the easier that we can keep moving forward. You know what I'm saying? So I want to keep moving forward. You know, so I just want to bring awareness to all my peoples, man. Like, life is short. Life is short. You know what I'm saying? And it's our job to make it. It's our job to make it beautiful. Because life isn't cushionable. Life isn't pleasant. Life is work. Life is what you do with it. You know what I'm saying? Life is how you make your little destruction look beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Manageable. Once again, it's like, it's what you do with it. You know? So it's like, I'm just going to use this to try to be the better version of me that I can. That's the only thing I could do. Like, what else? What else could you do? You know? You remember. You love. You know, you keep giving. You know, you try to be a service to others. And at the end of the day, hopefully that's good enough. You know what I'm saying? We all want to get written into that book of life. You know what I'm saying? Like, you all want to know that that our sins are forgiven. You know, like, you gotta do some shit, yo. To be a human, to be a human on this thing called the Earth, you gotta do some shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like, this isn't biblical times. It ain't like when Jesus was out here. You know what I'm saying? This world is heavily influenced by the wrong creator. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, what could you do? You know what I'm saying? Bro, you gotta smile, man. You could hurt. You could hurt for a second, guys. I'll give you that. I'll give me that. They can't stay down. Can't stay hurt. Can't use it as an excuse why I can't be better. Oh, my brother passed away. I can't be better. No. I just want to be here to remind everybody. It's the fucked up shit that reminds you to keep living. Just keep living. Whatever problems you guys got, we can fix it. You know how? By believing in yourself. So don't stop believing in yourself. Don't start feeding into the bullshit. Don't start believing the matrix. Otherwise you're gonna get stuck. You know what I'm saying? And we gotta turn all these negative things into positive. What are we gonna leave behind? What are we gonna leave for the next generation to build on? You know what I'm saying? What we got here? What up, Christina? It's okay, Kilo. You being real. Thank you, Christina. Yeah, life is real. Life is real. That shit, like I said, that shit don't fuck around. That shit is undefeated. And it's like, where do you stand? What are you gonna do with this thing? When bad things happen to you, what are you gonna do? You gonna fall? You gonna fold? Nah, not my peoples. We don't fold. We don't back down for no challenges. Give it to me. Give it to me. Give it to me, world. I'm ready. What's next? All I'm doing is becoming stronger and stronger, better and better. You know what I'm saying? What's next? I don't expect an easy life. I don't expect easy life. I expect it to be hard. I'm ready for it. I'm prepared. You know what I mean? So let's all stand up, man. Listen, guys, this is the year. Listen, these years, we're not going to sit here and we're not going to bow down. We're not going to break down. We're going to prepare ourselves for our future. Now, whatever that means is what it means. You know what I'm saying? But let me tell you right now, your destiny is in your hands. I'm not in charge of your destiny. I'm sorry. If I was, believe me, I'll try to make it as comfortable as I could, but it's not. I got my own shit I gotta deal with. We all got our own plates that we gotta battle. We got our own crosses to carry. I'm saying, stop thinking we weak. We not weak. We built for this. We built for this. All right. And if you lacking, or you thinking, or you having a moment of weakness, reach out to your peoples, man. Reach out to your peoples. The real peoples, the ones that don't want to hear your shit, the ones that ain't gonna tell you what you want to hear. Reach out to your real peoples that gonna tell you to get the fuck up and stop crying like a bitch. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what it's time for. It's time for us just to be better, man. Whatever that means for you. All of our roads are individual, and that's what makes it beautiful. Our destinies are all different, man. Pain is real. Pain is the same, and that's why we can relate to each other. But our individual goals is our individual goals. Go get yours. You know what I'm saying? We're not going to use any excuse to be weak, or to be cowards, or to be afraid. We got too much living to do to be afraid, to be unsure. We're too smart to be unaware. We're too brilliant to be unprepared. You know what I'm saying? Stop thinking you ain't got it. If you told yourself to work out for 6 months and you haven't done it, tomorrow's your day. Tomorrow's your day. Tomorrow's your day. This is your moment. Life is about right now. Not about the past, not about the future. Can't control that. I can only control the moment of right now. So what are you guys doing right now to be your better versions of yourself? What are you doing? If you feel like you're not doing enough, step your game up. Step it up. Because it's time. No more crying about our bullshit. Everybody got bullshit. Nobody want to hear it. Nobody want to hear about your pain. Everybody got pain. Nobody want to hear it. We want to see results. So what kind of people are we going to be? Are we going to be people that have excuses? Or are we going to be people that have results? You know what I'm saying? Because it's our time. It's our time. And life is still beautiful, man. And in life, we're going to lose people. You know? And the closer, like I said, the closer they are to your circle, the more deeper it's going to hurt. But the pain isn't supposed to make you weak. The pain is supposed to make you strong. So let's be strong for each other. Let's be strong for yourself. You know? If you got willpower, you got desires, you got dreams. You don't need no one else's validations for them. You don't need no one else's permission for them. You don't need no one else's acceptance to do what you want to do and how you want to live your life. You only have yourself. You only got to talk to God. You got problems? Give it to God. You talk to other men or other people, they're going to just tell you from their imperfections or their insecurities. You know what I'm saying? It's only you. And we have the power. And I like to keep the power in my hand. As a kid, I was always a kid that didn't have control. So now that I'm an adult, I need full control. Even if it's for pretend. Even if it's just an illusion. You know what I'm saying? To keep me going. I'm happy with that. But I know that my actions will never hurt someone else. And they're not intended to hurt myself neither. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're imperfect beings trying to figure out this thing called life. And we're being pulled in so many different directions that sometimes we don't remember where's our center. You know? I think it's important to find your center. Even if your center isn't socially or politically accepted. You find your center and you live your life. You know, me and wifey was driving and we heard somebody talking about their truth. You know, and I hate that that saying, I'm living my truth. Because I feel like when you say I'm living my truth, you're saying you're living your lie. Because the truth should be something that we all see as true. You know what I'm saying? That's what makes it true. Is that no matter what you got going on, there's a center line right there. Sorry about my nails being all dirty. I don't want you guys to think I'm just a dirty guy. I'm not a dirty guy. I take showers. I promise. Working on the car today. But find your center, man. Find your center. Be proud of who you are. Don't worry about expectations. Don't worry about competing. Or don't worry about your own thought process of, oh, I should be here. If you're living today and you're smiling and you're loving life, that's where you're supposed to be. I just want to let you know, that's exactly where you're supposed to be. Life trying to make you anxious, thinking about the past or thinking about the future. If you are happy in your moment today, that's where you're supposed to be. Tomorrow, we're about tomorrow. Today is all I care about. You know? And today, my heart is full. You know? So I don't know what I'm saying. I don't know if I'm making sense. I don't know if there was supposed to be a point of my conversations. But I just truly feel like at this moment in my life, in my time, that we should only be seeking the acceptance of the moment. Whatever today brings, whatever my mind's telling me to do today. I'm not worried about tomorrow. I'm not worried about yesterday. I'm worried about today. And if you are content in what you're doing in today, then I'm here to encourage you and to say you're doing exactly what you're supposed to do. Tomorrow, worry about tomorrow. Tomorrow. Today is your job. Today is your job to make sure that you're smiling, you're feeling great about yourself, you're encouraging your thoughts, your dreams. You know, you're embracing your moments, whether it's beautiful or not. It's still your life. And keep living your life. Keep choosing your life. I want to thank the 12 people that's on here. I would appreciate a little bit more likes though, because I've been talking a lot, and I don't usually talk when I'm here. Everybody's like, yo, ask my kids. They'll tell you, like, my dad don't talk about shit. So y'all know that what I'm doing right now is out of the normal. But I just felt like talking. I feel like that was important for me. Like I said, I can't stop thinking about my brother, man. My brother has put a lot of... Like, my brother, Jesus, was always the one that was the first one to do everything. You know what I'm saying? I remember when he was the first one to start smoking cigarettes. And me, I was sportsy. So I'm thinking, bro, that's the worst thing to do is smoke cigarettes. Excuse me. And I remember telling on him. I remember telling my dad on him. Like, yo, yeah, he smoked a cigarette. And it's funny how at that moment in my life, I felt like I was saving his life. Because cigarettes were so bad. You know what I'm saying? I went to school. They taught me about cigarettes and how it slows down your throat thing and shit. You know, it doesn't spin the same. Bro, I felt like cigarettes were so bad that I snitched on him. And when I snitched on him, my dad made him smoke mad cigarettes back to back. And he hated that. Bro, he was so mad at me for snitching on him. You know what I'm saying? But I thought I was saving his life. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So it's funny how life just, that shows you how innocent you are as a youth, you know? Oh, cigarettes are so bad. Drugs. They're drugs. You know, but I do feel bad snitching on him. Even now that he passed away, I'm like, damn, brother, my bad. That was an L I have to take right there. I shouldn't have snitched on you, but I didn't know what other way I could save your life. There's a lot of times that my brother would get mad at me because he was like, oh, you're always trying to be like dad and be all smart and all blah, blah, blah. But, man, I spent a lot of my childhood years protecting them from my mom, because my mom, she was the disciplinary of our house, and she ain't fuck around. Like my mom would throw blows with you. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I had to save my brothers from my mom, so I would never snitch on them. You know. So even when they would get back, I remember it was so dope because I remember Junta. It's called Junta. That was the summer school program. Junta summer school program. And we went there as kids, where we would be, little kids, and we had the camp counselors that would teach us from the Fairhaven Middle School, and then one day we graduated to the point where now we're the counselors, and it was beautiful, man, because this is back in the days, like we're just innocent, but when we got to be the point where we were the counselors, me and my brothers, it was like when we got our kids, we would call them our sons. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, yo, we're getting our sons. So we was able to pick our own sons. And I remember one year, it was the ending of the school. It was the ending of the summer school program, and we had just went to our last beach outing. And there was this little kid, man. I can't remember his name, but I remember the moment. The moment stood out the most. This is one of the new memories that I have now with my brother. And I remember being with my brother, and we're saying goodbye to all the kids. Hey, we'll see you next year. Bye, everybody. Yeah, have a good year. Do good in school. School's important. And this little kid came up to my brother, and the kid started crying. And he was expressing how he didn't have a dad at his house, and that my brother was a dad figure to him. And me and my brother, we're like 17 years old, you know what I'm saying? But it was the heart in the whole thing. Even me, I'm like, I'm thinking like, damn, I'm the man. It's this and that. I did good with my kids, but ain't none of my kids cry for me and shit. You know what I'm saying? But this little kid, man, he started crying really hard for my brother Jesus, and saying how he wished he was his dad. And this is before we had kids, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, it was such a special moment to witness for my brother. That moment really impacted my brother, you know what I'm saying? It made him feel, I don't want to say special, but bigger than, because he always felt like, the way we were raised, we always felt like we were God's gift to the world, you know what I'm saying? But that moment, it was different. It was validation, and the kid, I remember that moment, and I'm just thinking about how beautiful that moment was for him, not knowing how significant it would be later on in the years when he finally became a father of his own, but it was just a beautiful moment, you know what I'm saying? It's like we went from being kids and to these young adults where we was influencing other kids, and it was just full circle, you know what I'm saying, of what our life was going to be, so that, that stood out to me, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, my brother was always like that. My brother was that guy that would he had like a big heart. See, I'm gonna sound like I'm grimy, but I don't mean to. But I mean, I guess into highlighting how beautiful my brother was, it makes me seem like that to myself, maybe. But like, I'm not judgmental, but it's like, how sometimes you feel like certain problems, you don't want them. So for a bad example, like my brother was that kind of guy, or that kind of kid that would be like, I remember there was this blind kid that lived right across the street from us. We lived on Monroe Street in New Haven, Connecticut. We lived on Monroe Street, and right across the street, there was this girl and her brother was blind, like legally blind. And I remember one day, we used to play by this island. So it was like our house was here. There was this island. There was like this driveway that had like this wall that we would play booties up. But right to the right of it was the house that the girl and the blind kid, her brother, the legally blind kid, lived. And I remember one time he was playing baseball with him. And I'm thinking to myself, nigga, how you playing baseball? Like, brother, he can't see the ball and shit, right? Like, he blind and shit. But my brother's heart was so big. He was playing baseball with him. Like, he was trying to teach him to hear the ball, and he was actually like hitting the baseball and shit. Like, I'm like, yo, this shit is crazy and shit. Like, it was dope. You know what I'm saying? There was another kid that lived on the block, and he was like a disabled kid. His head was like, he had like elephantitis or something like that in his head. And my brother befriended him. It's like, that's the kind of brother he was. Like, he was quick to have your back and fight for you, but he had the biggest heart. He would be the first one to cry for you. You know what I'm saying? Like he taught me to not be judgmental. Like, he taught me that that these are all God's gifts. These are all beautiful people. Like, you just got to find the beauty in that. Like, the kid was so happy that my brother was playing baseball. And it wasn't like with a real ball. He was just like, chipping rocks at him. And he was swinging and hitting the rocks. And whether he was swinging and hitting it and swinging and missing it, that kid didn't care. For that moment, that kid felt normal. You know what I'm saying? That was my brother. Like, he was the one that would befriend the kid that was bullied. He was the kid that would befriend the kid that felt like he didn't deserve life because he was different. My brother would be the first one to make friends with him. You know what I'm saying? And bring him into our circle. And once he was in our circle, they was down for life. Everybody wanted to be their friend. You know what I'm saying? Like we was those kind of kids. You know what I'm saying? And I love that, man. Like, I love that about my brother. Like as fast as I think about my brother being so hardcore and gully and ghetto, and this nigga would be ready to fight for you and do crazy, he had that whole opposite side, and he wasn't afraid to show it. You know what I'm saying? Like, he wasn't afraid to cry if he had to cry. He wasn't afraid to protect the kid that's being bullied. He wasn't afraid to be friends with the kids that everybody else was making fun of and joking on. Oh, that kid's this and that kid's that. You know, so my brother taught me a lot, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was always the one that was like the first one to do everything. He was the first one to have sex with girls. He was the first one to smoke cigarettes. He was the first one to freaking do this. He was the first one to drink beer. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was the first one. You know what I'm saying? And it hit me too. Like, damn, my brother always the first, and he was the first one to pass away. It's like, damn. It's like, damn, brother, you're always preparing us. You're always preparing us for the next level, man. Excuse me. I'm saying, it's like, wow, man. This life thing is fragile. Hold on, let me grab a drink. Hold on, babe. I'll be right back. My throat getting dry. I know, right? But that was my brother. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was that guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, he wasn't afraid, man. Like, I loved it, man. And because he wasn't afraid, we wasn't afraid. Like, and the way we was raised, like, excuse me. And the way that we was raised, it was like we only had to be afraid of mommy. So that made us tough. That made us strong. That made us not afraid to speak up for ourselves. That made us like, if you're not mommy, we're not scared of you. Like, we don't care. Like, we don't care what you're gonna say. We don't care what you're gonna do. You're not mommy. You can't hit us. You know, we can't hit mommy back. We can hit you back. You know what I'm saying? Like, I dare you. And we was those kids out there, bro. I'm telling you. With the boxing gloves, with the kung fu, with the, you know what I'm saying? Like, we was letting everybody know, like we were true leaders, man. You know, without trying to sound arrogant, without trying to sound all like that. Like, but we were true alphas. Like, we took it serious. Like, when we was born, like, you know, we was born in those kind of years that men need to be manly. You know what I'm saying? Like, you need to be protective. Like, a man's duty was to protect the weak. That was, like, if you was a man, that was your job. It didn't matter. You was not allowed to mind your business. You wasn't allowed to just do your own thing. If you was a true man, your job was to protect the weak. And we took our job serious. You know what I'm saying? We took it serious. And we taught people, bro, you could be this. I remember living on Lloyd Street. I can't remember how old we was. I want to say I'm 12. So if I'm 12, my brother's 3 years younger than me, or 2 years younger than me, something like that. And I remember we had this fight. These guys came. So these kids came. It was this guy and his buddy. Now remember, we're just kids. These kids are like local kids, that fake gangs, whatever. So this kid had a not a chain, but he had some kind of, what do you call that, necklace. He had some kind of necklace, but it wasn't like 14 karat gold necklace. It was like some beads or something that I guess he liked. So my brother accidentally broke it, and we were just playing as kids. All of a sudden they tried to take it serious, and they came back to the block to fight my brother. So now, of course, I'm not gonna let nobody jump my brother. You know what I'm saying? And but the only reason I want to bring this up is because it plays an important role in the story. We are raised by a strict mom, so our mom dictates the rules, and one of the rules were we could not go into the street. All right. So my brother accidentally in play breaks this kid's necklace. He sees that I'm there. He goes, I'm gonna go get my friend and we're gonna come back and fight you guys. So we're like, oh, okay. He leaves. He actually comes back with a buddy. Right? So now all of a sudden I'm squaring up against this one kid, and my brother is fighting against that kid that he broke the necklace with. Now the kid that I'm fighting keeps going to the street. I'm not allowed to go in the street. So every time he goes into the street, I gotta stop. So the kid notices that when he goes in the street, I'm not following him. So the kid will come into the sidewalk. I will square up. You know, he'll throw some punches. I go to throw some back. He runs to the street and I stop. I'll look to the right and I see my brother. And the kid's on top of my brother. So I run to my brother. I grab the kid. I pull the kid off my brother. Go back to my fight. Right? With the kid. Now my brother's back fighting with that guy. I'm back fighting with the kid. We square up. The kid throws some punches. I block him. I go to punch him. He runs in the street. I don't follow him in the street because I'm not allowed in the street. I look to the right. The kid's on my brother again. I run back to the kid. I push the kid off my brother again. My brother gets up, ready to fight again. I run back to my fight. Now this time, we square up. The kid runs into the street. This time, don't tell mommy I ran in the street, punched him in the face. Bow! Punched him in the face. Ran back into the sidewalk. Looked to the right. My brother is the kid is on my brother. All of a sudden, as I'm looking, my brother, he banged my brother's head on the cement steps. And my brother goes, he starts crying. He goes, oh, I'm crying. And he goes up to the top step. There's only 2 steps. He goes up to the top steps. I'm crying. And when I cry, I kill. And when he says that, he jumps off the porch on top of the kid. Me and the kid that I'm fighting, we're both looking to the right. We're both looking at the fight now. You know what I'm saying? My brother jumps on this kid and starts like beating him up. Then all of a sudden, they get up and they start running down the block. Now, we can't chase them or nothing. You know what I'm saying? My mom comes out pissed off. And my mom is ready to whoop both of our asses. There's dudes that was on the block that was like, no, Maria. Well, actually, not even Maria. Her name used to be Chicky. You know, they called Chicky back in the streets. So they're like, nah, Chicky, chill. Nah, your boys was good. They vouched for us. They was like, yo, those kids came over here, starting trouble, and your boys defended it and they protected each other. They was calling us
They was probably out there on the porch watching.
They were watching the whole thing. They was calling us Hulk Hogan. They called us Hulk Hogan and the Ultimate Warrior. You know what I'm saying? So they was like, nah, your boys did good, man. They did good, man. The Hulk Hogan and Ultimate Warrior over there, they freaking did good. They defended themselves. And so they basically vouched because normally mommy would have just whooped their ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, whether we was right or wrong, mommy's rules were mommy's rules. You know what I'm saying? But it's funny how I remember that. Like, I don't know if that was like our first fight together. You know what I'm saying? But it was the first one that really stood out in my mind. You know what I'm saying? My mind. Where I'm like helping my brother, but at the same time, he handles himself. And then once again, like my brother was like this to me, and then all of a sudden he's like, I'm the shortest one. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me. But it's those memories that bring like joy to me, like that connection, like wow, me and my brother, like we really did. And let me tell you, there's 1,000 stories I could tell you guys of how me and my brother, because we were so almost like one, you know what I'm saying? Like our job was to protect the youngest brother. But me and him was like we were the always trying to be strong, always trying to be whatever. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how to explain it. You know what I'm saying? But I remember another time, I'll share this one last story. My brother. So my mom, when we were younger, my mom was like, you guys gotta go to the store, but I want you guys to hold hands to go to the store and come back. All right. So we gotta hold hands. We're going to the store. And we lived on Lloyd Street too. The block was like maybe the store is maybe about 4 or 5 blocks away. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta hold hands. My brother was definitely afraid of dogs. All right. Bro, I swear to God. There was the littlest chihuahua you ever seen in your whole fucking life, bro. This little ass chihuahua started barking at me and my brother. And my brother got so fucking scared. Now, my brother was always the husky brother. He was the brother that was known for the strength. You know what I'm saying? This nigga, man, he had me. We gotta hold hands. We never stop holding hands because you never stop listening to mommy. Mommy sets the rules and you listen to mommy. Mommy said y'all need to hold hands. This motherfucker started hauling ass, running, dragging me behind him because of this fucking chihuahua, bro.
Let go of your hand.
Bro, the littlest chihuahua in the world, nigga. I'm like, what are we running for? I'm like, what are we running for? It's just a chihuahua. Yo, my diesel ass brother, man, afraid of this little ass dog, man. That shit was mad funny,
Angel's on here, but he can't comment because he don't have a channel.
Squad. Oh, my brother's on here. What up, brother? Love you, brother.
He can't comment though because he don't sign it.
But I remember that, man, clear as day, man. Yo, he had me dragging across the whole fucking fence, bro.
Well, wait, where was
because
Angel?
He was at the house, man. He was the little brother.
Oh, okay.
Nah, me and him gotta go to the store, go get some bread and milk. That motherfucker had me dragging out. Bro. Like, what? It's a chihuahua, a little baby dog. I could kick that shit out that dog. You know what I'm saying? But it was dope, man. I'm saying, like I said, I didn't remember those memories before. I couldn't remember those memories. I remember different memories. I remember when we were more teenagers. You know what I'm saying? And they were more like always fighting. Not with me, fighting other people. Like it was crazy because it was crazy because we were homebodies and they were the world. And with us being homebodies, the way we were able to handle ourselves with the world. And maybe that's because, Pop's teaching us Kung Fu, Mom teaching us that we don't gotta be afraid of nobody except her. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what really benefited to like this air of confidence that we had about just, I wouldn't say that we was thinking that we're gonna take over the world because we weren't those type of kids. You know what I'm saying? Bro, we want to have a good time. We want to have fun. We want you to have fun. But like at the same time, if you try to play us, it's like there's a line gonna be drawn, and you're not gonna I remember like even with my little brother, they would call him Slinky because he would walk us. Bro, we spent all of our years defending our little brother. Both of us, like, yo. So life's been good, man. Life's been well, man. Like I said, like, it's just everything is into perspective now. Life is good, but life is short. And life is what you make it. You can make it a miserable life if you want to, real easy. All you gotta do is focus on all your bad things and then use that as an excuse why you can't be better. Or why you can't come out of this. I believe you can outlive your past. So I want to be a reminder that you are in control. You are the masters of your reality. Like, it's up to you. Like, it's your job to be happy. It's not no one else's job to make you happy. No one else can make you happy. It's your job. So what are you doing to make yourself happy? What are you doing to continue yourself to make yourself proud? You know what I'm saying? Like, you could trick yourself real easy to think that you're irrelevant and you're powerless. You know what I'm saying? But where's that gonna bring you? How far is that gonna bring you? Especially if this life is short. I got a lot of living to do. I got extra living to do. Cause, bro, I gotta keep my brother's name alive. I gotta keep his memory alive. So that means I gotta be influential. I gotta be on my P's and Q's. I gotta have any reason to talk about my brother. And if I'm gonna talk about my brother, it ain't gonna be because, oh, this guy's going to jail because no. He's taking over the world because of his brother. He's making changes into the world. Like that's what we need to do. When you lose someone that you love, it's your job. It's your job to create a reality that someone else can be inspired by. That's your job. You know, when you're kids, you rely on your grandparents to be the main link. But one day they pass on. Who do you think is in charge then? That's right. It's our job. So what are we doing? To keep life going? Because once again, the worst part about life is this death thing. Now, death can only be as bad or as good as you make it. What are you doing with it? How are you using it to be better? How are you using it to be inspirational? Got enough people out here talking about how miserable shit is. Got enough people out here talking about they're out of control and got enough people out here that talking about they losing themselves. They're living in a world of darkness. Bro, look at this world. It's beautiful. It's bright. It's sunny. What are you doing with it? I want to be that reminder. I don't care how bad life is. It's your job. It's your job to make it look like it's easy. I don't care how hard it is. It's your job. It's your job to keep your family together. You don't like something? Guess what? It's your job to change it. And only you know the answers. So you can either let the bullshit keep going, or you could become the bullshit stopper. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you doing? You could be sad for a moment, guys. Can't be sad forever. You could cry. You could cry for this time. Can't cry forever. You know? Be real with yourself. You know, when it's time to cry, you know, that's when you cry. But we should always be about building, man. What up, Dan Z? I see you, Brody. I appreciate you. Nina, thank you for stopping by and checking me out. Like I said, I know, first of all, I appreciate the love. And I know I'm not nothing special. You know, I'm not a rarity. You know, but I do understand that feelings need to be shared. And good times isn't always promised.
I don't know.
But no matter how dark the world seems,
Look on Instagram.
we have to always be the light. We always,
What do you need it for?
always, never underestimate the importance that you bring. You're more important than you even imagine. Once again, you let these four walls talk to you, they're gonna speak madness. Get out there. Get out there. Go talk to your cousins, your aunts, your uncles, your brothers, your sisters, your father, your mother. Remind each other what family means to you. That's all we got. This is our life. What you doing to improve on it? What are you doing for the next generation? You know? There's no such thing as doing too much. There really isn't, guys. There's no such thing as doing too much. There's a lot of doing too little, though. Let me tell you that. And a lot of people doing too little. What up, finest? I see you. Squad up. Thank you, Christina. Like I said, at the end of the day, I just want to inspire people or remind people how special they are. You know, I'll tell you I love you if you ain't hear it in a while. You know, this is our life, guys. This is not even that. This is our moment. We only get a buck 20. This is our moment. This is our chance. In 1,000 years, it ain't gonna matter. Oh, so they say. You know what I'm saying? So, what are we gonna leave behind? Let it be joy. Let it be inspiration. Let it be hope for a better future. You know? For better times. 'Cause life is gonna come, life is gonna go. And we're gonna lose a lot of people that we love. You know?
It's almost 5 o'clock. They didn't call me yet.
Yeah. So I love you guys, man. And thank you guys so much for even allowing me to talk, man, and give me a platform to be able to at least say what's in my heart, man. You know? I'm going through a lot. I'm changing a lot. I'm learning a lot. To be insightful as much as I can, you know what I'm saying?
I just had to fill out W-2s in order to pull out my money.
Appreciate you, Kayla. Finest, squaw.
I had to do W-2s in order to pull out my money.
Life's beautiful, man.
Oh, for the 7 days.
Let's make it beautiful.
It's weird.
Don't get caught up with the bullshit. Like I said, don't let those four walls win,
They
man.
want to tax it.
Don't let those four walls win. Don't let those insecurities
You
win.
usually don't have to do that if you don't make us
Keep shining,
like
man.
$500.
We got our own light, man. And let that light be the center source of our reality. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, at the end of the day, we control our reality. You know?
I didn't tax me at all. I don't think I made it.
No.
Oh,
That's what I'm
Kayla.
saying.
I'm not that smart, but thank you. I'm not that smart, but thank you.
Maybe you are to her. Maybe
Or
you're
maybe
saying
I
some stuff-
am. Bum,
Maybe
bum,
you're saying some stuff
bum.
that she normally wouldn't hear.
I don't hear these things. You teach me a lot. Thank
See?
you, Kayla. That's my homie right there. You guys always make me feel special, man. Thank you so much for that. You guys don't know how important that is for me.
I don't make you feel special?
No, of course you do, my queen. Of course you do.
I was about to say.
Like I said, I just got a whole new view of reality, you know?
See, you're
I've always been a person that takes things serious. And sometimes that's my curse. But a lot of times it's my gift. And I don't know, man. At the end of the day, man, whether it's a life lesson you can learn from me or something that we can share with each other, you know, like, to me, life is just about accepting whatever is dealt, and using that to become a better versions of ourselves, you know. So I want to encourage everyone to please, man, you know, water the flower in your heart, you know what I'm saying, and allow it to grow, you know. Stop thinking that you need to fit a mold. I think what makes us beautiful is that we're unmoldable. You know what I'm saying? That we're all unique forms, you know what I'm saying? And unique energy, you know. So keep spreading your energy, keep sharing your energy. You never know, your individual way of thinking could be someone else's hope, could be someone else's, you know what I'm saying, like aha moment, like, yo, I always thought life was like this, but after talking to Kayla, she made me feel this way, and you know, aha, you know what, I get it. You know, and I think life is full of that. You know, life is full of those aha moments, you know, like, oh, I get it now, you know. And the more that we can keep nurturing each other and keep encouraging each other, the better, man. Because ain't none of us got this thing called life mapped out. Ain't none of us, there's no exact way of doing things. And it's beautiful, man. You know what I'm saying? It's beautiful. So keep that beauty alive in your hearts, man. Keep it alive in your soul. And keep it alive in everything that you do. You know, and when you leave it behind with with loved ones or your friends or your kids, you know, like let it be beautiful, man.
What did I say that name of that place was?
Kayla, I love you so much. I appreciate everything, man.
What's the name of that car place?
Jams.
Mm, oh,
You know, and I would love to say that I would be on here a lot, you know, always going on live. My mind, so much stuff is always going on. It's crazy, man. This thing called life, it really is crazy, man. Right? Like, it's not mapped out, man. You know, and I need to stop picking and choosing too. Like, life is just life. You know? Life is just life, man. And we should share it with each other. And I, like I said, man, you know, this world is different now. It really is different. I lost a key member to my main inner circle, the brotherhood. There will always be a
man,
piece
they didn't even
missing.
look at it yet, babe.
They were so busy, baby. Don't worry about it. They'll get to it though. They're
Yeah,
good.
first thing in the morning.
Sorry.
That was it.
That's
Like,
another.
you
That's
went
another
here.
thing, guys.
Don't even get into that.
Everything is in the process, right? And even if it doesn't fit into our time schedule, know that it will always work out in your schedule. You know. So sometimes we don't have to control everything. You know, we just gotta know that we're doing the right things. You know, so keep doing the right things. You know, and the right thing is whatever your heart and your mind tells you what it is. You know, because sometimes you gotta hurt people's feelings to do the right thing. Like, I'm starting my job right here, guys. I got this job. I'm gonna share this with y'all real quick. It's like when you're trying to be a nice, like me, I'm a people pleaser by nature, and my natural ability is to make everybody happy. So I started this new job, and the job is different because I have to wake up really early in the morning to go to work. So my normal schedule would be like 4:30, 4:20. I wake up at 4:20 to be there by 5. And, you know, I work, you know, till the job's done, basically. So recently, my boss has asked me if I could go to work at 3. And once again, it's one of these things like,
What's it called?
oh, can you really help me? You know what I'm saying? Because I really need help. Like, if you don't do it, I won't get a vacation. So it's almost like you're feeling bad. That you're feeling bad for her. So you say yes. So I'm like, all right, you know what? I could try. Like, you know, I'm gonna be honest with the whole thinking about waking up at 3 o'clock in the morning doesn't suit me. I don't believe in having your woman get used to sleeping alone. I feel like that's how you get a girl that starts cheating, you know what I'm saying? Or start roaming because she's lonely. But I'm like, you know, trying to be a nice guy and trying to be because I'm naturally a people pleaser. Well, here's what I'm learning. When you people please people, right? What happens is you're more intent on helping them than helping yourself. So I'm like, yeah, you know what? I could try for you. But then in realization, I'm so depressed because of it. You know what I mean? Like, it's affecting my life. Like, me trying to help. So here's the thing. She's like, do you think you can come in at 3 o'clock to help me? I'm like, I don't really want to. I mean, I could try. So she wants me to do it in June, and she wants me to do it again. She wants me to do it in June for 5 days, and she wants me to do it again in July for 4 days. So I say I could try. So now she goes, oh, you know, so now she goes, is it okay if I have you come at 3 o'clock a couple of days earlier before my vacation so I can train you? So I'm like, thinking to myself, well, I'm easily trained and I take good notes. I might not need to come early, but you know what? If you think that'd be better, yes, I'll do it because I'm a people pleaser. I want to make her happy. I want to show her that I'm part of the team. Yeah, you can schedule me 3 o'clock a couple of days before the week so that way I can get trained for it. Then I get there at 3 o'clock in the morning one day, right? And she goes, "Oh, Ghazi, the guy that makes the donuts, who's going to train me? That I don't know that. I don't know that before. Oh, he's a little upset because he's going to lose hours if you train. Can you come in at 1 o'clock to be trained?" And I'm like, you said 1 o'clock in the morning to get trained? I'm like, oh. And now I'm a people pleaser again. Remember that, guys? I'm a people pleaser. So I'm thinking, I really want to help Ghazi out. Okay, yeah. I'll come in at 1 o'clock in the morning. You know what I'm saying? I'll come in at 1 o'clock in the morning and I'll train for you for your vacation for 3 o'clock in the morning. So it's like, okay. I talked myself into that now. So now all of a sudden I got to come in at 1 o'clock in the morning instead of 3 o'clock. But now I'm thinking to myself, bro, I'm doing too fucking much right now. Like, that's too much. But this is what I'm doing to try to make her happy. Well, I worked the whole 3 o'clock, the whole week. And let me tell you, that shit made me miserable. I had no energy. I was sleeping through the whole day. Every time I sat down, I was sleeping. Wifey wanted to do things, I'm sleeping. And it's like, now I gotta have this uncomfortable conversation with her. How I can't do it no more. And it's weird because it's like they always make you feel bad. Like, oh, if you don't do it, then. And it's like they make you feel bad to have to do it. So now I gotta worry about having this whole conversation with this lady about how I physically can't do it. And I feel like my whole job could be in jeopardy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Being a people pleaser is hurting me now, guys. So now I'm learning now that I have to, I don't know how to say that without sounding like an asshole, but I have to think about myself. Like, because helping you means no one helps me. Making your life easier means making my life harder, and I don't want my life harder. You know what I'm saying?
You don't even get no extra money. You're doing 2 jobs.
I know, no extra dough or nothing, bro.
You're doing 2 jobs in the span of 1 work shift.
Yeah, so it's crazy right now what I'm doing. So now I go to work tomorrow, and I'm gonna have this whole conversation with her now about how I don't want to do it. I can't no longer do it, and I'm hoping that she doesn't try to weaponize my my trying to please her. Like, I can't be a people pleaser no more. I realize that now, guys. I'm trying to start my own business, and if I'm gonna people please somebody, it's gonna be for my own business. I can't go above and beyond for you and your bit, even though I want to be a team member, but I don't want to. You know what I'm saying? Like helping you means I'm shitting on myself, and I can't do this shit no more. You're tired. That's all she can ask for. Yeah. I'm tired. I'm tired. Listen. I'm more than tired. Like, physically, I can't do this job. I need to be relevant at home, and I'm irrelevant at home. Like, physically, the job, I could do the job, but it's more of the recovery. When I get back home, I don't like who I am. My main goal is home, not this job. Like, I told myself that I would never work so hard for a job that my job becomes my whole life. And this is exactly what this job is becoming. This job is only to pay bills. My bills is not my whole life. My presence at home is my life. So I need to become selfish now. I need to stop being a people pleaser, and I need to be selfish, because my family trumps this job. At the end of the day, if you say your daughter dies or you go to work on time, I pick my daughter all day. You know what I'm saying? My daughter lives because I went home. This job does not trump my daughter. Yeah, I need to pay bills, but there's a million jobs. There's a million jobs. So this job cannot become my life. That's what my business is for. You know what I'm saying? All I'm trying to figure out is how can I juggle my business ball into my life. Right now, every time I try to add that juggle, every time I try to add that business ball into my juggling, I fuck up. Okay, I'm put that ball down. Let me focus on just getting this job right. I need regular hours. I can't work 3 o'clock no more. I need my 5 o'clock. We could do that. Once I get used to that, then I'm going to grab that business ball and hopefully get that into my juggle scheme, because that's where my heart is at. Working hard for myself. You know what I'm saying? That's where I want to be at. So I got dreams and I got goals. And I can't allow this job to become my whole life where it consumes everything else. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that no more. I'm too old for that shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I'm at with that, guys. But Kayla, I want to thank you so much for chiming in so much. I think that you're a special person. You inspire me to be better. If I could, you know what I'm saying? If I could continue going through hell so I can bring you heaven, I would gladly do that for you, Kayla. And anybody else that supports me. From Maria to Christina to Dan Z to Nina to Camp Kill Commentary to Tara. You guys are my peoples, man. Yvonne, I love you guys all so much. Christina, Tanya D, Melisandra, thank you guys so much for giving me an opportunity to be able to come out here and tell you what's on my heart, what's on my mind, what's on my soul. Thank you for allowing me to be me, whether I'm perfect or imperfect, whether I'm ugly or beautiful. Thank you guys so much, man. You know, I wish that I could really commit and say, gosh, I'll be here all the time. But I promise you that I will always be in contact, especially when my heart tells me to do so. But until then, you guys stay fly, stay Gucci, and stay you. Because you guys are enough. And keep smiling because it looks great on you. If you guys got any more comments, please leave it down there. I'll definitely come back on and chime back in, let you know what's going on in the world of Kilo. So until the next time we talk, I love y'all. Stay fly, stay Gucci, stay you, and deuces. Peace, guys. Be out. I mean, we out. All right, y'all. Peace.